once in India, there was this young girl who got married. All right? And in the Indian tradition, perhaps in the other tradition also it is true, when a girl gets married, they move into the husband's house with the in-laws. All right? So the young girl got married, moved in with the in-laws. Everything was all right. 1 month went by, 2 months went by, 3 months went by. The problem slowly started creeping in. What is the problem? What's the problem? Huh? Very obvious, isn't it? Mother-in-law, correct? The problem started. 3 months later, the problem started erupting. 6 months went by, the problem was very, very difficult. 8 months went by, the situation became really, really grave, very difficult. After 8 months, after 1 year, it's no more a mother-in-law. The girl thought she's a monster-in-law. Bitter conflict. And she was not able to handle it, absolutely. Eventually, the girl sought help. She went up to a guru, a master, and said, so look, this is the problem. See, what happens is, in most family, because, like I mentioned, we don't understand the dynamics of the mind, because we don't understand the dynamics of the human personality, that is why most people who are getting into the institution of marriage are not really prepared to get married. They don't have the qualification. Marriage requires a qualification. Just as when you enter in the institution, you need a prerequisite, a pre-qualification, isn't it? Otherwise they will not admit you. Similarly, to marriage is an institution. To enter into the institution of marriage, you need to have certain prerequisites. One of which is to understand the human nature. But this girl and her husband did not have that understanding. All right. The problem is, not that she did not get along well with the mother-in-law. The problem is jealousy. It's only one son. And invariably it happens in a family where there is only one son for the mother. For the last 25, 30 years, the mother has nurtured him, nourished him, motivated him, encouraged him, sacrificed for him, did everything and made him a man. Isn't it? And in the evening, when the son comes back home from work after a grueling day at work, the mother prepares all the delicious meals for the son, and the whole family sit together, and mother serves the food for the son, and the son enjoying the meal. It's a great pleasure for the mother. All right? And in the evening, when the son comes home, the son will say, Mommy, what did you make for me? And just to hear that I have made your favorite food, the mother is happy, she's gloating. And now he got married. He doesn't say, Mommy, what did you make for me? He says, Honey, what did you make for me? When the mother hears that, Honey, what did you make for me? She feels ignored, she feels neglected. Jealousy comes in. And this jealousy manifests in trivial aspect of life. In the most unassuming areas, this jealousy manifests. The cause is somewhere else, effect is somewhere else, unfortunately. So we only look at the effect. And what is the effect? The mother washes the cups and the cutleries, everything. She stacks the cups and sauce, everything in 90-degree angle. So meticulous. The daughter-in-law stacks the cups in 45-degree angle. World war in the house. On trivial matter, the effect you see there, but the cause is the mother did not getting the attention. As a result, son doesn't realize that when he gets married, or the daughter doesn't realize that when she gets married, she has to have a divided loyalty between the wife and the mother. He doesn't see that. He only have a lopsided loyalty. Now the loyalty shifted from the mother to the daughter-in-law. As a result, the mother-in-law feels ignored, and the problem starts. This is the reality. So eventually, she went up to a guru and said, please, this is the situation. My husband is a wonderful man. He is really, really good. I will do anything for him, but my mother-in-law. And then the guru tells him, Beti, daughter, all right, Beti, aajkal ye budi log badalti nahi hai. Which means these days, old people won't change. So the daughter-in-law asked, Main kya karu? What can I do? Please tell me, give me a solution. There's only one solution. What do? Finish her off. Bump her. What do you mean? Finish her off. Yes, I mean it. Bump her off. Finish her off. I will help you. We will do it so discreetly, nobody will know. I have done many cases and nobody has ever caught me. Are you serious? Yes, I've done it, said the Guru. And she sat there quietly for a few minutes, thought about it, and she gathered courage and told the master, I'm with you. We'll do it. Tell me what do I need to do? How much I need to pay? No, you don't need to pay. You pay the price. Not in terms of money, but something else. So what is that I need to do? What you need to do is, when you wake up in the morning, all right, you go to your mother-in-law and ask her, Mummy, what do you like to eat today? All right? And when you do that, I will give you a bottle of poison. All right? You put one drop of this poison. Ask her what is your favorite dish and prepare one dish of her favorite. Put one drop of this poison. And when nobody is watching, mix it thoroughly and give it to her. You've got to do this very discreetly because my reputation is also at stake, said the Guru. All right? And then you do it for about 6 to 8 months. That much you got to tolerate, about 6 to 8 months. All right? And then you'll find things happening. 8 months go by, she'll fall sick, and eventually she will die. And people think she died natural death. Thereafter, you can enjoy your husband. That made sense. All right? And the Guru gave her a bottle of poison. And before she left, one more instruction is that what you need to do is that, in the Indian tradition, we have a way of showing our reverence to our elders. All right? The way we show our reverence to our ancestors by touching their feet. All right? That is the highest reverence you can show to your elders. You got to do that. That was difficult. She said, I can't even stand the sight of the woman you want to move and bow down. And then the Guru said, it's your problem. You want to solve it. Otherwise, you deal with it. But will it work? Guaranteed. She said, I'll do it. So she went back. Few days. Then the Guru also told him, don't start immediately because your mother-in-law know that you have come to see me. So do it after a few days. All right? She waited. And after about 4 days went by, when the mother-in-law got up in the morning, the daughter-in-law went to the mother-in-law, Mummy, what do you like to eat today? Immediately she was suspicious. What is it now? When somebody comes to you out of the ordinary and express their kindness, we become suspicious, isn't it? That's what happened. And she was suspicious. What is it now? And then she prepared, what do you like to eat, etc. She prepared the meal. And the second thing shocked her. She went and prostrated, bowed her down. That was shocking. And, this went on for several days. Every day when mother-in-law wakes up, she goes to the mother-in-law, bow down to her, and ask her, what do you like to eat today, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, etc. Prepare all that. And when nobody is watching, she put a drop of this poison, mixed it thoroughly, gave it to her. And she saw the old hag eating so sumptuously. And she thought, okay, it's finished. 6 months went by. All right? The friends came to the house. And the mother-in-law was talking about the daughter-in-law to the friends in glowing terms. I've got a wonderful daughter-in-law. She cooks for me. She shows so much of reverence, etc. And then later, when the daughter-in-law and the friends met, the friends say, hey, listen, you have been telling us your mother-in-law is a difficult woman, but she spoke such nice things about you. What's all this? Why are you lying to us? I don't know, but these days things are changing. And 8 months went by. One morning, the daughter-in-law went to the Guru, all right, and said, what happened? Nothing is happening. She's hale and healthy, fit. You said 8 months, nothing is happening. He said, don't worry, be patient, wait for 1 more month. All right, she waited. After a month, 9 months went by. She went to the Guru, bitterly weeping. And the Guru asked, what happened? She's finished. No. Then what's the problem? I don't want her to die. What do you mean you don't want her to die? You had a problem. You want to bump her off? Then she said, please do something. You may have some kind of spiritual healing power, so that please save her. The Guru said, there's nothing I can do. 9 months of poison. Any moment she can fall sick, she'll be admitted, she'll be gone, pop off. And she was so disappointed, went back to the house. A week later, she came back to the Guru. This time she was really, really bitterly weeping. Please, Guru, do something. In fact, my mother-in-law is actually better than my own mother. I never ever seen a woman like this, so generous, so benevolent, so fantastic. Please do something to save her. I really want her to live. And the Guru asked, are you sure you want her to live? Of course, I have been wonderful. Then the Guru said, don't worry, she won't die. What do you mean she won't die? What about the poison? That was sugar syrup. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what has actually changed the mother-in-law's behavior? daughter-in-law's behavior. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Your partner's behavior is a reaction or response to your own behavior. Therefore, we say, be first. Change your attitude, your reactions and expectations. There is only one way to find the right partner. The only way to find the right partner is to be one. If you do not know how to be the right partner, you can have the most wonderful human being as your spouse, you will make a mess of it. Therefore, we say, change starts with changing your thought process, your attitude, your reactions and expectation. Your reactions and expectations is the problem. Isn't it? Your expectation, unhappiness in marriage is a gap between the expectation and the reality. You have an expectation as to how your spouse should behave. You have an expectation as to how he or she should treat you. And the reality is something else. So this gap between the expectation that you have from your spouse and the reality, the wider the gap, the more unhappy in your marriage. The narrower the gap between expectation and reality, the more happy in your marriage. So you got to bridge the gap between the expectation and the reality. That is where our effort in recharging your relationship. The problem is that you have created a mental image. You have created a mental framework as to how your wife should be and how your husband should be, and try to expect your spouse to fit into that mental image. Now, who gave you the authority to create your own mental image and expect the other person to fit into that? That is the height of arrogance in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen.